Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm going to be ranking the first 6 vehicles from the Agents of Sabotage DLC that we just got today into GTA Online. Now before we get into the video, leave a like if you enjoy, dislike if you don't of course, but feel free to wait till the end of the video. But do consider subscribing to my channel for everything new with this DLC, as well as just generally pretty okay GTA Online content. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the first day of this DLC has been a little bit disappointing in my opinion. I feel like we should have got more vehicles than just 6. I feel like 6 was not enough for kind of the hype that this DLC had behind it. I feel like it's a little bit underwhelming. I feel like that's left a bit of a sour taste in everybody's mouths. But regardless of that, these vehicles need to be ranked. You need to know what's the best and what is the worst, at least in my opinion, which is of course factually correct, and if you disagree, you are simply wrong, and you have been warned. So you've accepted these terms and conditions if you continue to watch the video. If I get any comments from you guys saying that I'm wrong and that you are right, just understand that that is completely false. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with number 6. And at number 6, the worst vehicle from this DLC is by far the Dinka Jester RR Widebody for $2,290,000, and that will not be changing. I can almost guarantee it when I go to rank these vehicles after they have all been released. If I do decide to do that, the Dinka Jester RR Widebody will still be in last place. And the reason for this is because this is not a Benny's upgrade for the Dinka Jester RR. This is a standalone vehicle that costs nearly $2.3 million and has absolutely nothing that can be done to it. You can customize this thing about as much as you can customize a Canis Seminole, which is to say you can change the color and the wheels, and you can tint the windows, I guess, if you want to as well. Change the rims. It is absolutely pathetic that a $2.3 million car has nothing that can be done to it, especially a car that's wide-bodied. You'd think you'd be able to change the spoiler on it, maybe the bumper options, skirt options, something on the roof, maybe the hood. You would think that there would be something, but the Dinka Jester RR Widebody has precisely 0, which is terrible and is actually egregious. And I cannot believe that ROCKSTAR is trying to sell this car with no customization. It's crazy, and it's not like the performance is like incredibly good either. It's very average, probably below average to be honest, and it's still this much money. This car f***ing sucks. Do not buy the Dinka Jester RR Widebody under any circumstance whatsoever. I don't care if this thing's on sale. I don't care. Whatever. If they give this thing away for free, you should say no. It is a scam. Do not buy this car. At number 5, we have the Dinka Shavos V6. Now, this thing is actually called the Karen Shavos V6 in GTA Online, but make no mistake, this thing is a Dinka. It literally has the logo on the car to prove it as well. And when you go into Los Santos Customs, you'll also see that it's called the Dinka Shavos V6. They just mistitled it on the website for some reason. But other than that funny little quirk about it, this car really has nothing good about it. I'd say the best feature about the Shavos V6 is that it's rear wheel drive instead of front wheel drive, which is what I was expecting. But the worst feature about it is like the price is insane. $1,420,000 for a car that definitely has a lower top speed than the Shafter V12, which is also in the sedans category. And that does have some nice customization, I will say. The Shavos V6 does pretty well on the customization front, but in every other metric, this thing is just not really that great. The handling is quite good, I would say, but the acceleration, top speed, overall look of the vehicle, I just don't think it's that noteworthy, honestly. And for $1,420,000, it's kind of a joke, if you ask me. But regardless of that, it is nowhere near as bad as the Dinka Jester RR. Like, think of 6th place on this list as being like 10,000th. Like, it goes 10,000 and then it goes number 5. That's how big of a gap there is between the cars. So the Dinka Shavos V6, in comparison to the Dinka Jester RR Widebody, absolutely phenomenal. Great vehicle. At number 4, we have the Vapid Cara Pursuit for $4,001,250 to $5,335,000 if you do not have the trade price. The Cara Pursuit is pretty awesome. It's based off of the Vapid Cara 4x4, which is an $800,000 truck in GTA, $875,000 if my memory serves me correct. So it's had quite the increase to its price, but it is a pretty cool vehicle. Now, I am slightly biased because I use police vehicles a lot in GTA Online because of our Manhunt series that me and my friends do, but I do genuinely find them fun, and I think the Caracara Pursuit is a fantastic rendition of a police car. It is probably one of the best handling police cars in the entire game, with also having pretty decent performance because it is all-wheel drive, of course. It also has some slightly unique customization that can be done to it too, with the bull bars, I think, on this thing as well. And overall, I think it looks fantastic when it's fully kitted out in a police sort of uniform, if you will. It has good performance for what it is. It is super overpriced, don't get me wrong. The police cars are forever going to be overpriced, but once you accept that, it becomes a little bit cooler. Overall, the Caracara Pursuit definitely deserves 4th place. At number 3, we got the Canis Terminus Patrol for a slightly cheaper $3,843,750 for the trade price, or $5,125,000 for the non-trade price. Now, the reason that I've put the Canis Terminus Patrol ahead of the Vapid Caracara Pursuit is because of one simple factor, and that is that the Canis Terminus Patrol has not only the missile lock-on jammer, which the Caracara Pursuit has, by the way. Actually, all of the vehicles on this list, except for the vehicle at number 2, actually have the missile lock-on jammer. But in addition to the missile lock-on jammer, the Canis Terminus Patrol has armor plating to go with it, so it's more of a conventional Amani tech car while also being a police car, which is pretty cool. Something else worth mentioning is that they've changed the sirens slightly on the police cars, so you can have the lights and sirens on, or you can just have the lights on now by double tapping the light button, which is pretty cool. The Canis Terminus Patrol is better off-road than the Vapid Caracara Pursuit, and like I said, it gets the armor plating as well. So it's genuinely better than the Caracara, no matter what. It's also cheaper as well. The customization, I would say, is worse on the Terminus Patrol than it is on the regular Terminus, where the Caracara Pursuit is maybe slightly better in some ways, but the Terminus is definitely the better performing vehicle out of the two. If you can only buy one of the police cars, I think that the Terminus Patrol is the one to get over the Caracara Pursuit, and for that reason it's at number 3. At number 2, we have a boat, which is the Police Predator, and the reason it's at number 2 is because it's free. If not, it would be like $3.7 million, which is insane. But we got it for free because we did complete that heist challenge. We got $20 trillion like in a month or whatever it was. So you get the Police Predator for free, which is good because otherwise I would say do not ever buy this thing. It'd be worse than the Dinka Jester RR Widebody, I think. Except it wouldn't be because it's a boat and you would expect it to be bad. You know what I mean? With the Dinka Jester RR Widebody, you would expect it to be good. But yeah, no, the Police Predator, no matter what, would be ahead of the Dinka Jester RR Widebody. But the Police Predator has precisely 2 features, actually 3. 1, it floats. 2, the light can be turned on and off, and 3, it has a police horn. That's all you need to know. And of course, at number 1, we have the Bravado Banshee GTS for $1,989,500, which is cheaper than I thought this thing would be, honestly. It also does have an HSW upgrade that is available for it if you have access to HSW on the platform that you play on. With HSW, I've heard it's insanely fast, while also having much better handling than its rivals like the Grotti Stinger TT, for example, and I think it has a slightly higher or very similar top speed to the Grotti Italia GTO Stinger TT as well, which is pretty cool. The GTS has a ton of customization, it has great handling, great acceleration, a decent top speed. Overall, there's nothing to not like about this car. It's under $2 million, which is crazy for a sports car that's as good as the Banshee GTS actually is. You should buy a Banshee GTS, make no mistake about that. It is a fantastic car. With that being said, that's it for my ranking of the first 6 Agents of Sabotage DLC vehicles in GTA Online. Let me know in the comment section down below that I was right, of course, because of course I am. And leave a like on the video, if you will, as well, because obviously you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't enjoy the video, though, of course, and subscribe if you guys are new and you like this sort of style of content. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.